All right, Major League, world-class New York Red Bulls, future MLS 2021 champions are up next. Yeah, probably the best window in the world. Definitely, we got rid of Matty Jorgensen, probably the best $2 million anybody's ever spent ever. Jared Stroud, he played out of position, but he was a good high press system guy. Backup goalkeeper Kendall McIntosh is gone. Patrick Seager's to Inter Miami. Good stuff. Ben Mines to FCC. We talked about that one already. Chris Lemma to San Antonio FC. He was never making minutes. Samuel Tete was on loan. We never renewed that loan. Mark Schakowsky, good bench minutes. Never once Armas really took over, he never fit into that system. And then the biggest loss, part of the best center back pairing in the league in 2018, has had a rough 2 years, but finished the season real strong last year. Mr. Tim Parker, Long Island boy himself, is on his way to Houston. However, they did address that kind of with the signing of Andres Reyes. If he can stay on the field and not get red card, we talked about that. Luca Lewis from RBNY2 has a chance to sneak in as a starting goalkeeper. Now, there are rumors that there are like a Brazilian goalkeeper coming, but Luca Lewis has been like they signed him from Torino or Roma's academy. Like he's supposed to be legit. Wikelman Carmona, a CDM from Dynamo Margarita. He is apparently supposed to be the next Christian Caceres. Tom Edwards from Stoke makes his dream move to RBNY. I don't know if anybody saw that title. That might have been the greatest thing I've ever seen. He'll be an upgrade over Pendant, I hope. Fabio, a striker from the second division of Brazil. Just give us some depth there. And then the biggest signing of the entire transfer window, Eastern Conference, Western Conference, European, African, Asian, doesn't matter. 14-year-old Bento Estrella from the RBNY Academy. Why? Because we trust the system in New York Red Bull camp. Now, I got into a heated debate with somebody who thought that this was a good signing. And I'm not saying it's a bad signing. But if you're going to take somebody from the academy and not put him to RBNY2, and put him straight to the starting 11 just for him to sit on the bench? Why not put him to RB2, give him minutes, and take somebody like Omar Sow, who's been tearing it up at RB2, and bring him up here as striker depth? Yes, Adam.
Ooh, I know the answer. It's because you don't actually need to play in this league to get a big transfer. So he's going to play like 12 minutes at the end of the game when they're either winning or losing. And then Leipzig's going to go, ooh, we'll give you like 8 mil for him. And then Red Bull will go, that's a good idea because they're the same person doing the transfer.
That's pretty generous to say 8 mil.
Transfers. You know FIFA when you go do a transfer and you like the other person comes into your office. I just imagine them coming into like an empty office and just switching chairs, being like, "We'll offer you $3." That's fair for the services of Lionel Messi. We'll agree to that one. It's just so silly. I don't get it, but it is funny. Connor asked a pretty interesting question here. We all know how much we love our basic names on the Metro here. Is Tom Edwards next in line on the throne of basic names?
Ben White's still the top.
Who?
Ben White.
Who?
Exactly.
Brian White.
Nope. It's a combination of Ben Mines and Brian White.
I'm going to say Fabio. He's a striker. It's one word, and it's a simple name.
I'm sticking with Tom Edwards. Tom Edwards, Brian White, and Tom Barlow.
Brian White's got to be the top.
Yeah, Brian White's on the throne, but that's why I'm saying Tom Edwards is next in line for the throne.
Yeah, that's fair.
Oh, he's just a boring English guy. Grades. Go ahead, Adam.
C. I mean, it's kind of tough when you start the transfer window negative $6 million in debt.
We didn't. We're not there yet.
So, it's not a great starting point to bring some guys in when you're losing supposedly your most attacking creative player on a free, maybe if the transfer goes through, but he's already playing for another team but like still is a Red Bull player. So who knows?
Connor, what do you got?
I'm hoping the transfer doesn't go through and Kaku just has to fly back and forth and play both for both teams.
You know what's funny is like we don't have anybody who would get really pissed off at him for that, you know? Like if somebody at FCC did that, Kendall Watson's 2-footing you the first session you get back. Who's gonna do that to him?
What do you mean? You got Andre Reyes now.
Yeah,
No,
that's
but he
true.
doesn't know
2-foot everybody.
You'll probably, that's what they signed the 14-year-old for. They can just send him down to RBNY too as soon as it happened. They're like, "Oh, sorry, man, you don't belong here."
Andre
call him
Reyes is gonna 2-foot Struber the first training session.
Unreal. Connor, your grade, like proper grade.
C. I don't think the team has changed a ton from this window, to be honest.
I gave him a C minus, maybe a D plus. This is another window, and I think I went C minus because in the back of my head I said, remember the system, remember the reason you're a team. I wanted to say D plus because for yet another time, Red Bull needed a proven goal scorer, somebody who can be healthy and clinical in front of goal. Their entire attack is Tom Barlow and Brian White with Fabio behind them, and then the rookie we drafted from Syracuse, Archimedes. And they just didn't do anything about it. Instead, they watched their record signing go off and play 21 questions on whether we should make this move or not. Decided to just fly off on his own, scribbled a doctor's note that said, "Yes, I am sick. I can't be here."
I am 12.
I was going to go with that one, but I was like, but anyways, like it just, you look again at signings for the first time that are not just Red Bull 2 signings, right? Tom Edwards is a great addition, I think. Reyes, if he's can be taught not to get a red card every time, will be good. Carmona is going to be good in 2 years. Bento Estrella in 7 years is going to grow a mustache and might actually be good. Fabio's up and down. I don't really mind. Luca Lewis can be the goalkeeper of the future. But yet again, they missed the mark on bringing in a young South American that can do something. I don't know. I'm not happy. I'll stick with C minus because they have made improvements, but they missed the mark again, man. And I'm trying not to get tired of it, but I'm getting tired of it. But I know where we belong, so.